It comes with a set of instructions which is really easy to read. These instructions will have you up and running in no time. Okay, so the watch acts as a regular timepiece, just like a regular wristwatch. It keeps track of the time, obviously, all the way down to the seconds. It keeps track of the date. You can't really see it, the lighting is really bad in here. But it's got a date and the day and all that. It also has an alarm, which you can turn on and off by hitting the start-stop button here. It also has an hourly chime, which you can turn on and off by hitting this top button. And of course you can set the stopwatch, or I'm sorry, the alarm, to any time that you want just by changing these buttons. Okay, and it also has, let me go to the screen here, it also has a stopwatch, so you can start and stop, and it counts down to hundredths of a second. Go ahead and reset that. It has a exercise function. This is for calorie counting, which I'm going to get to in just a minute. But the main feature of this watch is the pulse function. You can take your pulse at any time by holding the set button down for about 2 seconds, and it'll say touch sensor. And all you do is you put your finger here on the sensor, and as you can see in the top left, it's registering my heartbeat. It takes about 8 seconds or 10 seconds to register, and it shows my heart rate is 70. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do when you get your watch is you're going to want to set it, and you set your watch by holding the set button down for about 2 seconds. Now it allows you to put the year in. I've already done that. It's actually it's still at the end of part of 2011 here. So 2011, and the month is December. That's already set. And the day is the 29th. So that's already set up. Okay, then you put in the hour. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's what it's showing right now. As you go up past 12, you can see it turn into a P. You can't see it because of the lighting, but there's a P there. I can see it clearly. You guys can't because of the light, the shadow. So right now it's about 2 in the afternoon. It's about 2:58 right now. So 2:58 in the afternoon. Now the birthday, you want to put that in. It goes all the way from 1920 to I think 2010, I believe. But you want to put the year in correctly, because when the watch takes your pulse and does calculations on how many calories you burned, it takes that information into account. So I was born in 72, so I'm going to put that in. And the year, the month I was born, this is the birth month, is the 6th and 3rd, June 3rd. And you want to put in whether you're a male or female just by hitting the start-stop button. Changes back and forth. So I'm going to put in male for mine. Now your weight, the weight goes from 50 to 600 pounds. And you want to put your weight in for sure, because depending on your heart rate and your age and whatnot, that will determine, it does the calculations of how many calories you burn based on your weight and those other factors. So I'm going to put in 190. That's how much I weigh right now, I think. Okay, and now it's all set. Now another thing that you can do with the watch, if you want to see the time in military time, you can hit the start-stop button down here, and it changes back and forth between 24-hour and a 12-hour clock. Okay, so that's how you set your watch. This watch also has a unique function of being able to count the amount of calories that you burn over a given period of time based on some factors that you input into the watch when you first get it. When you first get the watch, you put in your weight, your age, and a couple of other factors if you're male or female, and a few other things. And what the watch does is it takes those parameters into account when it calculates how many calories you burn based on your pulse rate and the amount of time that you're exercising for. So this right here, this is the exercise. Basically, it's a time screen. And what you do is when you begin exercising, you hit the start button, and what the watch will do is it'll start counting, and all it's going to do is just record your time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go exercise right now by doing some fast walking, and then we'll come back and we'll check my pulse. We'll see how many calories that I burned. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back from exercising. I just did some walking, not even very fast walking. So I'm going to hit the stop button. And as you can see, I exercised for almost 10 minutes. Now what you want to do at this point is hit the set button, and that will take you to the calorie counting screen. It says exercise at the top of the little heart. And to take your pulse, you hold the set button down for about 2 seconds, and then you touch the screen with one of your fingers to register your heartbeat. And you can see the heartbeat registering in the top left corner there. That's my actual pulse. It's not that fast because all I did was some just regular walking. So I'm not going to burn a whole lot of calories during this little 10-minute session. I burned 20 calories, and it does that calculation based on some factors that you input to the watch when you first get it.